guys, welcome to the Fact Show on A Talk with Precious. I am Precious Archibald and he is...
I'm Richardson El Dorado.
Yeah, so today we have actually come with the sweetest fact of all.
Nice package.
Yeah, so guess what it is?
So we're going to be talking about the 20th century and the 21st century today.
Yes, that is basically like the 80s and the 20s.
Yeah, 1980s, 1990s, and 2000, 2010, 2020s. Yeah,
So guys, we are going to be sharing some facts, not basically like we're going to let you know the differences of this area and then the people lifestyle and everything. Let's see how much of a difference, and when it's more like we're comparing, and then after the comparison, which one would better go well,
or which one fits well for you.
Yeah, like which one would you actually like, oh, I wish this could come back, or this and this and this and that. Yeah. So we are going to list them all out and then deliberate.
And then you can tell us your preferences.
Yeah.
So guys, we're going to be giving you 10 points on the 21st century and the 20th century.
Yes, and we are going to be starting with the number one, which is marriage. So guys, we are back.
Like we never left.
Yeah, so we are going to be talking about marriage like we already said. So the marriage now and the marriages then. What is the difference? You know, then people were actually, married much younger, at their younger age compared to now.
Very tender age.
Yeah. So basically like children, like a toddler, like an embryo,
Yeah,
so yeah. So basically, now at some point, maybe when a woman is pregnant, and then the man will be like, okay, when this is a baby girl, when she grows up, I'm going to get married. My son is going to get married. And they will pay the
down payment.
Exactly. So they are going to pay the dowry. So when the girl grows up, they'll be like, oh, your husband is waiting for you.
And that's what we call betrothed.
Well, that is it. So, but now people actually tend to have that much decision for themselves. When they are ready to get married, they go to get married. But then somebody actually chose who you're supposed to, get married to, and then it was like that. And then when you talk about how lasting the marriages,
or the duration of the marriage.
Yeah. So it was really, people tend to really stay in the marriages more, but whatever the circumstances, they tend to stay, they tend to really endure. So the divorce rate then
very minimal.
Yeah,
as compared to now that it's very rampant.
Yeah. So it was really minimal. And the next thing is, do you know that in those times, if maybe a husband is dead, then the husband brother could go to marry the brother's wife. Yeah. So, but now there's no such thing, and then
that was very rampant in African tradition.
Yeah, but now if you do that, people would talk. They will talk about.
Which century are you from?
No, not just asking you.
Who is still doing such a cake stuff? Yeah.
No, people will be like, okay, you're behind the brother's death, so you wanted to get married to the wife.
Yeah, there will be suspicions here.
So there's going to be tons of suspicions and all of that. So that is it on the marriage part of it. And so now, would you actually...
How about you say something like, marriage and now, which one is more expensive and which one is cheaper?
Right?
Yeah.
Then it was much cheaper than now.
Yeah.
So now, then people actually go to the major traditional rite. They just get what the tradition demands. But now you have to go for white wedding and this and that. So the expenditure is high. That's why now people actually tend to really grow older and not get married.
Sure.
Yeah. So
because
that's
hustling for a big time.
Exactly.
A big day.
Yeah. So you have to really stay hustling, like I want to make money before I get married.
So you plan a very big wedding as if you're feeding the whole community.
Yeah, but now majorly now people tend to really do it for the wedding, right?
Yeah.
So because they want to see that, oh, I'm married, they just want the whole world to see.
That's what we call flaunting.
Yeah, so they just really go in for the white garment thing and all of that. But then it wasn't like that. People were always, marrying wasn't a big deal. It wasn't, something without.
And marriage then was about polygamy.
Yeah.
As compared to today's perspective that is monogamy,
Yeah.
Then to marry as many wives as he wants.
Yeah.
But now it's just one wife.
One man. Yeah, those times they actually had much lands.
Yeah.
So a man could actually marry 3 wives. There's tons of lands where these people would cultivate and have what to eat. So, but now there is a lot of action, especially in this.
And marrying multiple wives then was seen as a sign of wealth and prosperity.
Yeah.
So if you were to marry one wife, then you'll be seen as a pauper. Maybe someone can take care of one wife or thereabouts. And another issue is that, man, how can you cope with 4 wives?
Well, I think it was attainable then. It was really attainable then. It was normal. It was normal to them now. But now there's a lot of headache. So that is it.
Okay, I think maybe it was attainable because women then were kind of, should I say, disciplined, and they were tied down by the domineering hands of their husbands, because then they were to be seen and not heard.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So
the man was like seen like a god. In Igbo tradition, there's what we call, in Igbo traditional setting, there's a man will have like multiple wives and a huge compound. So he will build huts for each of his wives. And then in the middle of the compound will be his own hut, which is called Obi. So the Obi is like his special apartment. That shows that the man is a god among them. That was how it was done then in the 80s and 20th century as compared to now, which is not really significant.
Yeah. So guys, we are going to be talking about the number 2.
So guys, we're back and we're going to be talking about communalism in this scenario.
Yeah, the 80s and the 20s. So now how people actually tend to help themselves, how they tend to share the things together. All right? Yeah. So
communalism back then was, should I say, the bedrock of every society.
Exactly.
Yeah, especially in African setting, because Africans really cared about sharing with their siblings, their relations, and their friends. They just enjoyed sharing before the Europeans came and scattered everything.
Well, and then there's this problem shared and problem solved. So now when it comes to the part where, taking or having each other's back. Now, if somebody actually sees that maybe a child from this particular home is, actually derailing, it doesn't matter whether they have that some kind of a direct bloodline relationship. They would actually maybe encourage the person to do better or scold the person, if just discipline the person.
And the mother or the parents wouldn't have any issue with someone else scolding the child. Unlike now, if you touch someone's child, be ready for violence.
Even at school, as a teacher, you don't get it.
Teachers don't flog anymore because they're scared of getting the banter from the parents.
My dad actually, told us the story of when they were much younger. If you're not at school, they would actually send students to come pick you from the house, and when they take you to the school, they would just place you on a table and then give you some hot lashes.
Special treatment.
So basically it was maybe the children upbringing were majorly for the entire community. They did things with that much of love and attention and care for each other. So that is why you could marry your late brother's wife, and inherit the properties and then take care of the children as well. So that it was like that. So the next one that we are going to be talking about is...
So viewers, welcome back, and in this aspect we're going to be talking about virgins. And virgins back then were much more in number than now, right?
Yeah. Reason being that, don't forget, women then were married as, at a very younger age. Imagine marrying somebody at the age of 16, 15, 14.
She was purely innocent.
Yeah. and then it was really like it was much of a treasure then than it is now.
A trophy.
Yeah.
To marry a virgin than it is now. Who cares about virgins now?
Yeah, a lot of persons does.
Yeah, they do, but most men would prefer not to marry virgins, according to my discussions with them.
Okay, but now it's rare. But it's still there. I'm not saying it's
there's
not
still much
there.
out there.
They're there.
Yeah.
But when somebody, imagine you telling a guy I'm a virgin, right? He doesn't seem to believe it.
I won't even
and
believe
because
it.
He wants to have a taste.
Yeah. How do you have a test?
He wants to know. He wants to know if you are or not.
Don't take me there, please.
So he actually wants to know if you are or not, and in that case, you end up being a virgin.
Because of testing.
So you don't know. You actually want to be sure you're telling him the truth, isn't it? So in the process of that, what happens? You end up losing it.
Breaks.
You end up actually losing it. So now, and with the much dating, there was nothing like dating then, you just meet someone and get married to the person. But now we actually need experience. We need to know who's good for us. So you go into, getting to date this person, and in the process, you might actually come together and all of that.
And some funny things happen.
So So then it was normal, like it was normal then, and they actually was much treasured and valued compared to now. That is why
any parent will swear that their kids are virgins.
It's
like now.
Exactly. But now we are lived to make our decisions. Nobody decides for us.
And the reason for minimizing of virginity these days is basically technology, pornographic videos.
Yes. So a lot of these things are out there.
Youngsters love practicing what they see.
Yeah.
So when they see people coming together, making all these funny moves, it's fun, it's cool, let me try it out, and virginity gone. So that's how they get to lose it because of technology. I'm not saying technology is bad, but it's also a major reason why.
Some persons actually use it the wrong way.
The wrong way.
So
that's the negative effect of
that
it.
is the negative effect of these days, kind of like, because people are much more exposed to a lot of things. But then imagine you shouldn't even be caught with a man standing outside.
Imagine your dad catching you with
It's
a dad.
taboo.
You are whipped to death. Oh, sorry, Americans watching this video. I mean, African setting. We are talking about African setting.
It's basically the
African parents. In America, nothing is wrong. Parents catch.
So here, then you have to be so reserved. Till the man just comes knocking and then takes you to his house.
Not just take it like that, dowry, exchange your stuff.
By that I mean they have to pay the dowry.
And do the necessary rites before you're taken up.
So that is it on that one. We are going to be talking about is education.
Going to school.
The education then was barely attainable, and it was much more valuable.
If you go to school, go past secondary school, man, you're Jen. If you go to university, you're God. You're at the zenith of your powers. You'll be worshipped in your society, your community. Everyone will adore you, exalt you.
But, then education was barely attainable. And then if people tend to, you just finish elementary, what we call elementary here, that's the lower grade. So you're seen as somebody who's just maybe had his masters, right? You are impacted with more knowledge. You see, persons then, the elementary persons then had this very much of an advancement.
Yeah.
So they were the one that actually occupied the official offices, right?
Yes.
They had the white collar jobs, and they were really valued and treasured.
Respected, and whatever English words comes out of their mouth,
they were really
man,
respected.
You see jotters flying here and there, those local kids who try to jot
and that
them down.
actually, has a line to do with the being communal when we talk about that.
Yeah.
So now it's the entire community that will make sure that this person has gone to school, right? They actually help each other. So now once you come back, you know that you're definitely going to impact that wherever you've
give back to the society.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and then when people go to school and then they are back, they have something to show for. They have something to offer. Exactly, and they don't actually come back and feel so left out like it is now.
They'll come back and get honorary titles.
Exactly.
Yeah. Come back from the university,
so
given Ozo, Eze, Obong,
exactly.
Especially if you travel abroad.
Man, it's like you've seen the four walls of the earth. Right.
It's not as if I'm discriminating against Africa, but that was what was attainable back then.
No, it was really valuable. It was people could actually use their elementary to get into official offices.
Like clerks.
Exactly. So they could just occupy those top offices that people with BSc now actually find it very difficult.
Extremely difficult, even as a
cleaner.
So
now, even as a cleaner, especially in this part of the country, this part of the world, so it gets really tedious and hectic. And then now you're done with your high school, and then it feels like you've not attended education, right? So then people were really, really educated, but now most people are schooled and not educated.
But the problem I have with this educational stuff? Back then, cheap education, high respect.
Yeah.
Expensive education now, no respect.
Yeah.
I'm missing the antithesis.
Exactly. So so basically.
So cheap education could give you the respect, the optimum respect that even a president gets.
Yeah, and not that it was really cheap, like now.
Yeah, comparatively.
Yeah, comparatively.
Because I saw the receipt of my mom going to school. 11 naira.
Yeah, but then 11 naira was hard to get.
11 naira, it was hard to get, but imagine paying 11 naira today when education is almost like 50,000 a semester or more.
Yeah, so
it was way cheap comparatively back then.
Yeah,
so next on our plate is sexual immorality, and that entails sexuality among people. So,
yes.
Okay.
So guys, then and now, when we're talking about the sexual involvement now compared to then, there are differences. Like we earlier said, then when people have to get married to be able to do the stuff. So, but now, the stuff.
The stuff.
So, but now, with or without marriages, people get involved into it.
Openly and hiding in some corners.
It's not even, then it was really such a hidden thing.
Yeah, in farms, in bands.
No, like they didn't actually put it to the eyes of the people.
Yeah.
So, but now,
who cares? Really, Mom, you can watch me. I'm a porn star.
So now, people do it with much indecency.
And they're proud to showcase it.
Yeah, but then it was so hidden and it was so sacred compared to now where people are flaunting it.
And using it for business.
Yeah.
So because pornographic industry is on the rise.
Yeah.
So that's basically one of the things that's giving rise to sexual immorality.
Yeah. So
imagine Germany. Was it Germany in 2015? Like banning pornographic, the viewage or seeing of pornographic videos and pictures. Okay. They banned it, and within 2 weeks the economy crashed. People
it's majorly like it's one of the sources of our economy, right?
Yeah, one of the sources. And if you check on the most earning professions in the world, pornographic is pornographic industry is up there among the top three most any industries.
So when it's like that, it's no longer hidden. Man, this is what we do to make money. So,
sure. And there are kids out there, youngsters out there, seeing it. So, they always love to practice what they say.
Exactly. So, but then it was really done respectively, right?
Yeah,
in a respectful manner. But now we just, we follow our emotions anywhere it drives us to, and then we just
fall
get
into
to
all
all
of
that
and eat the forbidden fruits.
So basically that is it on that one. So the next one that we are going to be talking about is technology advancement, right?
Yeah.
Now,
are we in the technological age?
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, yeah, we are.
So,
technological era.
Yeah, in the 21st century, the technology wasn't as much, in use compared to now.
Yeah, right. 20th century, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Sorry, in the 20th century.
Yeah, 20th century.
So yes. So, but now a lot of thing is technology. It's being handled by technology.
You go to before you could see a desktop computer, it's always very, very rare.
Yeah.
But almost in every home, in fact, in every home, you must see a laptop or phones. You have species of phones, not just phones, many species of phones.
Exactly.
Like me, I have 3 different species of phones.
Exactly. So, like then, I actually remember one of my cousins showing me a SIM card that he got for 50,000 as at that time. Man. But this is something that is sold for back then 200 naira, right?
So I was giving my glow SIM for free. So it wasn't sold to me.
Yeah.
And then the walkie-talkie Nokia. Nokia 3310. If you own a Nokia 3310 back then in 2006, 2005, you see people flaunting it, holding like this, man. And then you ask them the price range is in the price range of 80k upwards.
Yeah, it was really expensive.
But 80k can get a very massive productive phone nowadays.
Exactly. So now technology is really taken all over the world, and it makes life easier in a way.
Yeah, and bearable in many ways, not just in a way.
Yeah, imagine you could just stay wherever you are in your schooling, wherever you want to school, right? You can work wherever you want to work. So people are schooling remotely, they're working remotely. The technology in every area of your life has actually made things much more attainable, and easy.
And it's because of technology that you're watching us. Don't forget.
Yeah.
You shouldn't forget. So give thanks to technology. You're seeing us, right? You're not happy to see us.
Yeah, but you know what? Then communication was actually hard to attain.
It was very, very hard. You have to write a letter and then post it. Imagine me in boarding school then. I have to write a letter to my love. Write a letter to her. And then the reply will come like 2 weeks later.
Yeah, the same.
Yeah.
So, but now things are really, really, much easier, like I already had said. And then the technology is of an advantage and disadvantage. Disadvantage in a sense that people are actually making the disadvantage so pronounced. Right. So now, rather than using technology to do what is right, you tend to use technology to do what is
cybercrime.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, you see people actually frauding other people.
Yeah, Yahoo boys, where you at?
So like they tend to use it to do all
make millions, but illegally. You can make millions legally via technology.
Yeah.
Elon Musk is using technology. Is he the richest man in the world? Oh, he's the second. Yeah, he's the second richest man because of technology.
Yeah.
But some people are also super rich because of technology. Hush Puppy, where are you? He's illegally. I can't go into more detail. You guys know.
Well,
and then talking about technology
too,
we also know that technology is one of the disadvantages of technology is that's put people out of their jobs.
Yeah, because you're right. It is actually taken over manpower.
Yeah, sure.
So that is why you have to always improve in your skills.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what technology is going to come in to do. Like recently, that Mark actually dropped tons of workers. So basically,
me and my brother Zuckerberg.
Okay. So now you're going to see that perhaps technology is taking the gaps, taking the spaces of these people. So that is it.
And then in Japan, you know what is happening in Japan? Robots office workers are taking over the work of men officials.
Yeah.
And you wonder what those people are doing in Japan over there.
And so basically, in a way, renders people more jobless. And so, and in a way, you have to be more, because no matter how technologies, robots seems to take over manpower, there are some things they can never do.
Yeah.
So guys, the next one that we are going to be talking about is the responsibility taking. Yes.
Taking responsibility.
Yeah, back in the day, where you have the men were always on the forefront of bringing home to the family, while the women were majorly home,
sitting ducks, doing
so they were majorly at home waiting for dad to come back, waiting for husbands to come back. Well, they do majorly things that surrounds the house
jobs.
Yes, so they were majorly into home management skills.
Or we could call it housewifery.
Yeah, kind of like, so they were majorly doing that stuff. Women were majorly carrying babies at their back, cooking. Men would just go and toil and do the hustling and all of that and all of that. But today, you work, baby, I work.
Yeah, that's how marriage and relationships should work.
Exactly. So I do the cooking, you are going to do the cooking also. So it's responsibility sharing. Though then it was sharing, but women, it was a gap. So this has to be your stand, and this has to be my stand.
Or should we say, this is your lane?
Yeah, this is my
Don't
lane.
flip over.
Exactly, but in today we flip over.
Yeah.
We flip over. The woman goes to the office, comes back. The man goes to the office, comes back. And then when it's time, because they have to feed and then feed the kids, maybe they could just go together and have each other's back. So now it is a shared and joint, responsibility.
Because no man would like to marry a sitting duck no more. Man, the world is changing fast.
Yeah, the world is really advanced. Every man wants a woman who has something to bring to the table, and every woman needs a man who equally has something to bring to the table.
That's why you see men dating. When they're dating all these covetous ladies, voluptuous ladies, but most of them have nothing to offer. So, but when they get married to responsible women.
Exactly.
You won't see them getting married to women with dyed hair, NASA ring, all these piercings here and there.
Well, and we are not saying those are not good, right? That doesn't actually define you. But what we're saying is, if they tend to actually imbibe this, maybe the husband likes it.
Yeah.
And then.
But you have to be responsible, regardless of your piercings and all those bodily designs. You have to have a lot to bring to the table.
Exactly. Whatever it is, if you want to dye your hair pink, red,
dye your
brown, just make the whole colors on one head. But at least you should be responsible. You should have something to offer. So that is it. That is how it is. So now.
And then the kids too.
Yeah,
they have their own responsibilities to bring to the table.
Exactly. So you have to be much more responsible. You have to help in the domestic work as all of that. Yeah. So that is it. Women now are equally office workers. Men are equally office workers, and the best cooks in the world are the men.
Yeah. Go to KFC, you see lots of them.
So, but then women need women that.
How can men ever go to the kitchen? I remember them trying to get into my grandpa's kitchen the other time, years ago when I was very little. He backed at me. Richardson, what are you doing in that kitchen? Kitchens are meant for women and women only.
You see.
But now, my mom pushes me to the kitchen.
My mom would say, if you don't do anything,
you'll not eat.
Majorly, my brothers would cook. So
my brother, if you should taste my brother's food, oh my God.
Yeah, so
you end up biting on your fingers.
Yeah, guys are really good cooks now. Yeah. And then majorly doing for profession, doing to assist the family and all of that.
Or doing it for fun. Some guys with as leisure.
Like myself, cooking is a hobby. So some guys cooking, I know of a guy whose his hobby is cooking. So now these things are joint responsibility. There is no more being in your state. This is like this guy sang, "It is a man's world." I don't know, I've forgotten his name. So it is no longer a man's world. It is both the men and the women. Okay.
You know, that's why women are clamoring for equal rights all over the world.
Yeah.
Because whatever a man can do, that's
a woman can. A
woman is driving now. Then can you see a woman behind the wheels? If you see a woman behind the wheels, then
now the ninth one on our list is the dressing. Yes. Yeah. So now the dresses back then and now is way different. Like way different. You know, back then you had people keep this giant afro,
three head,
basically,
like a
and then the trousers was quite
slim at the hips
and
opens up at the ankles.
Got really flowy. That's what.
No, not like flowy. Opens up like a funnel.
Then for the female, it was majorly very flowy.
Yeah, long flowing that could sweep the ground and all of that.
But now.
Yeah, we're going for ripped jeans. Everyone, both male and females, are going for ripped jeans.
Yeah. So they actually tend to be more. They made it so spicy, and then but some persons will be like there was much dress sense, like a decent dress sense then compared to now.
Yeah, they could have credence to the fact, but when I look at the dress sense of back days, I used to laugh.
Yeah,
imagine those guys they stand up and then their shirts are like very tight fitted, and then everything about them is tight fitted, but here downwards opens up, and then their shoes. They wear mountains on their shoes, man. 6 inches shoes.
Yeah.
But and in this current setting, some guys go for sagging.
You know what? Now it's the sagging thing.
Yeah.
You could not really say it was. There's an idea behind why people actually.
Let me give you the idea. The idea was, should I say, it originated from prisons.
Yeah.
Back then in prisons, the wardens, the prison wardens, didn't give the prisoners belts.
That's because they could actually use it to maybe
commit suicide. Commit suicide or for brutal purposes.
Yes.
So they went in their trousers without belts.
So it was falling because there was no belt and it wasn't tight.
And they were underfed, so there was propensity for their trousers or their clothing to follow. So they would just hold it by the waist, and they came out of prisons and started displaying in the streets. And people, they always copyright.
They were actually, this thing has gotten into their subconscious.
Subconscious.
So now when them getting back, the trousers they used to have never really held their weight. So now they just let it because subconsciously that was them.
And they were used to it.
So now people tend to see this and admire it, and it becomes fashion. Right, and then some of the things, there is nothing like new fashion. Some of these things gotten from way back. And
that's why
they tend to just modernize it.
That's why I tell my friends, don't ever call fashion modern. It keeps on recycling.
Yeah, they just made it in a modern way.
Yeah,
so that
fashions keep on recycling. Don't be surprised to see funnel trousers back. Or 6 inches. Yeah, people are still wearing or 6 inches shoes. They're going to be back very soon. And those afro and the flowy.
So guys, the last but not the least on our list, you get the last but not the least on our list.
You should be a musician.
Rhyming So it's the number 10th one.
And the ultimate one.
Which is
cultism. I know that sends shivers down your spine. Oh man, some people are shivering down there. But cultism was not meant to be the way it is today.
Like in a brutal way.
Yeah, in a brutal way. Cultism originated from the University of... Was it Ibadan?
So it is not like this day. The cultism then was way different from the one now, where people are making it so inferior, and then children are becoming irresponsible because of it. But then it was a cool, matured, and exposed advanced kind of thing.
Let me just expatiate on why she said it was cool and mature. The origin of cultism in Nigeria began in the University of Ibadan in 1952. So then it started, the name was Sea Dog Confraternity, known as Pirates Confraternity today. So it was should I say it was just an academic purpose. It was founded by Wole Soyinka and 7 other students.
Yeah.
The purpose, the main aim, the main objective was to maintain law and order on campuses. So that was the main. It was just for academic purposes.
Yeah, yeah.
But some miscreants, it turned into something brutalizing and violent.
Yes, they tend to kill themselves.
People just hear content and they shudder out of their skin. They jump out of their skin.
So it's really weird.
Yeah.
Like, and then kids are going into this thing, and then because there's this sense, and then they feel overall, and then so they think they could just do anything.
They could do anything. And the problem is that the problem with most of these kids is they join it unintentionally, or should I say innocently, because they're brainwashed by most of these guys. If you come to my core group, you get protection, you get any girls you want, you get more money, you get grades from lecturer, like you get top grades from the lecturer. So but all these things are blatant lies.
Yeah.
Instead of getting all these stuffs, you are running away. You are running from
you don't attend classes.
Yeah, you don't attend class because of fear of your life.
You don't even seem responsible.
You don't seem responsible. You look haggard, unkempt, and should I say totally off, insane, psychiatric. Yes. That's what most of them look like. Yes, psycho. That's what most of them look like today. Because man,
they've actually attribute dirt to it.
Instead of any more money, you are stealing to pay dues.
Yeah.
That's what is happening.
But back then, it was really respected.
Extremely respected. My son is in a course group. Wow, thumbs up. The son is doing well.
And they made it kind of more secret. It was so more secret.
Yeah, more sacred. Yeah.
Yeah, it was more sacred and decent.
Very decent. Now it's secret, not even sacred. It's secret and indecent, destructive. In fact, I attach terrorism to it because it creates terrors in the lives of people.
Killing people, killing you, just go kill your. The child could actually go kill the father.
Yeah.
Like recent kind of like there's this news that actually went viral that a boy actually went in and stabbed the father to death. So majorly they just use this thing to do some kind of weird stuff.
And you see a son that's a mother carrying 9 months being hacked to death in pieces in front of the parents.
Yeah, so because of
this guy escaped from rival courts and he was traced back to his house.
Yeah.
And then he was hacked with an axe in front of the parents. Imagine you as a parent going through such painful.
Yeah, seeing the child you birthed, going through such a tortured death and kind of a thing. So the love, guys, that is going to be it in this.
Well, we are not trying to scare you with this quote. Don't be scared, please.
We're just actually telling you the actual origin and how people are using it this day and how it was used back then. So people are trying to abuse it. They are abusing the sole aim of that, group and organization. So.
And many fingers are pointing to Wole Soyinka. He was the one that created this, but that man created it on innocent basis.
Yeah,
not on the basis we are going through today.
And all of that.
So it's inhumane.
Yeah. Thank you guys for staying.